Hi, hope you're doing great. This is the third devlog video that reveals the process and shows the progress of our nostalgic point-and-click game. I do have a manuscript right in front of me, just to make things, do not forget anything I want to mention. So in the last episode, I told you a little bit about what tools we chose to create this game with. And in this episode, there might be a tool or two, but the main focus will be directed to the art and the art development. On our Discord server, click here to join. We asked what questions would be interesting to ask our artist related to the work he's doing in the game. And we got several good questions, which will be answered by the artist himself, but he prefers not to be in front of the camera, so yeah, I took the bullet for him. Before we go to the Q&A, I want to update you on the progress of the development. To make this game, we chose to first make a basic prototype in the engine, just to see if it's possible for us at all. This started in October 2023. Then we made an outline of the script, we know the start, some stuff in the middle, and how it all should end. After that, we started to map up parts of the world in basic sketches and made a slightly better looking character than a temporary tutorial character. Also some AI generated images as placeholders. In April 2024, it looked like this. When our designer Anton joined, everything became real. Visuals started to take shape and everything we talked about and all our sketches became a reality. Well, not 100%, since our sketches were pretty bad and some were not useful at all. But with guidance and input from Anton, the concept art became functional and really beautiful. We have made our first big decision in the development process. Here is what. Should we first make concept art of everything and all maps before defining NPCs, items, and story parts? Or make concept art for half of the game up until part 1 is finished, and then fill that part with more defined story elements, NPCs, items, and puzzles? Our decision. Make concept art for half of the game and make that close to production ready. We think this will bring several positive side effects. 1, we will focus on a smaller part of the game and not everything at once. 2, we can make a vertical slice, which pretty much is a short part of the game in a release-ready state, where all assets are done, music, voices, everything, which will show us and you how the game will look and play when it's ready. Let us know if you agree with this decision, or if you see any bumps this could cause in the development process. Please comment below and let us know what you think. Now let's get the Q&A going. So I'm here with my imaginary Anton. Hello Anton. Who are you and what are you doing in the team?
Hi, my name is Anton. I'm doing most of, if not all of the pixel art for the game and also the concept art.
What is the hardest part with doing pixel art compared to normal art?
It's a combination of things: limited resolution, meaning the amount of pixels you have to work with, and color limitation. Now you might ask, color limitation? We don't have that anymore. Yes, you are completely right. In games like Monkey Island, they had a limited palette, and within that constriction, they created very impressive art, despite the limitations. I don't have to worry about that at all, but I should, because if I don't limit my palette at least somewhat, it won't look like those wonderful games of the past. But pixel art is also very freeing. It takes away much of the mechanical part of drawing. I've used a Wacom pen tablet for a very long time. When doing pixel art, I don't have to worry about Photoshop chugging, making my brushstroke jagged, or redrawing that line over and over, trying to get the curve just right. It's a very deliberate process. Every pixel makes a dramatic difference at those low resolutions. Look at the main character. His nose is just 1 pixel.
How do you make the concept art... Let me do that again. How do you make the concept art, and why do you choose to do it that way?
For the environments I use Blender, creating a simple, low-poly scene that can be easily changed, rearranged, relit, making it easier for us to get a handle on what we want. Secondly, these days I'm mostly a 3D artist, so it was just natural to go about it this way.
What is the process for creating the background scenes?
I get a simple sketch from our writer with the main features of a scene, exits, interactable objects, NPCs, mood, etc., usually from a top-down perspective. I then create the scene in Blender, the other members of the team have a look and we discuss it, make changes if necessary. If everything is good, I pull the concept into Asseprite and start pixeling. We also use the concept art renders as placeholder art in the game so that our coder can keep doing his thing and not have to wait for finished art assets.
Do you do all the art direction for the game too? Or do you just bring the ideas to life?
That's a bit of a hard question, yes and no. I think we all have a similar vision regarding the style. I also do get notes for every scene and character, so I'd say we all have a hand in it.
What software are you using to create your art?
Blender, Asseprite, and Photoshop. Substance Designer has also been used for the game, believe it or not.
What are you drawing, pun intended, inspiration from for this particular project in the terms of art direction and overall look? Any specific games from the genre or perhaps outside of it as well?
Specific examples of games? I'd say Monkey Island, for its low-resolution greatness and nostalgia. Day of the Tentacle with its cartoony and wacky style, and The Dig for its spectacular lighting, camera angles, and pure weirdness. Outside of the genre and medium, cartoons, 90s cartoons, the colorfulness and the skewed angles, I try to capture that in the art while still leaving room for more grounded and serious themes.
I like numbers, and knowing the challenges of creating a retro pixel art game on modern monitors, give me those arty specs.
So our viewport resolution is 320 x 144 pixels, that's the rendered area, and we also have another 56 pixels for the UI. That's the same as the DOS version of the original Monkey Island. When you hopefully play the game, it will be upscaled to your native resolution, probably 1080p or 1440p, without using any filtering, which makes it very sharp and crisp. That's not a problem so much as a challenge. In ye old gaming time, we had CRT monitors, which, by virtue of how they functioned, had several traits that made pixel art look different from the monitors we use today. For example, there was color bleed between the pixels, let's call it pixels, even though it's not technically accurate, which made the pixel art blend a bit better and made dithering very effective. In my opinion, there's two ways to go about it. Either you lean into the blockiness and go for a sharp, clean look, or you use dithering more like a stylistic choice and anti-aliasing to make it smooth and not so jarring.
There's a rumor going on that you're colorblind. How does that impact the art?
I remember one instance in art class where I was trying to create a Mad Max desert landscape kind of thing. But instead of a sandy orange, it was all pink. Nowadays, I either stay away from shades I know I have issues with, or I just look at a color wheel or hex codes to make sure I mostly get it right, mostly.
Well, that's it. Thank you for answering the questions, Anton. And that's it, folks. Thank you for watching. If you have any more questions about the art or anything about the game, let us know in the comments below. We'll really appreciate you reaching out. Join our Discord server and follow our development process on this nostalgic point-and-click adventure game. Thank you for watching, and remember, keep playing and keep dreaming.